Have you ever noticed that when you stop trying to force things in your life, that's when things really start to unfold? And the more that I've trusted this type of process in my own life, the more my life feels like actual magic. The more that magic really starts to unfold in my own experience. And it truly comes from trust, not force. It comes from tending to your own inner garden. It comes from a deep listening to yourself and to the universe. And trust can be scary. Trust can be truly, truly terrifying. As a piece of this whole, as a beautiful piece and part of this universe, you have within you the knowledge, the creative ability. You are a piece of God as much as anything or anyone else. You are no closer to or further from God than anyone or anything else. So how could you not trust your own senses? How could you not trust your own sense of the world? And I can tell you why you might not. You might have had a lot of tough experiences in your life where it's made you second guess yourself. It's made you think life is really difficult and I've made these mistakes, and this element of shame starts to tarnish your experience. What I can say to that is that we encounter lessons in our life to encourage this desolation of the ego, this ability to be able to dissolve ourselves into the all. And when we encounter tough experiences, we can call these pain teachers. We can allow pain to be a teacher to us. And it's not necessarily something we ask for, and pain isn't in itself necessarily the lesson, but you can extrapolate information for your own benefit. And this is the alchemy, which turns this ego calcification into an integrated aspect of the whole. If we don't encounter painful things in our lives, we don't get the opportunity to look at and metabolize these experiences. We can get stuck in the past, in holding on to those difficult life experiences. When we have compassion for ourselves and compassion for what we've been through, we can then metabolize it within our system, everything that we've been through in the past, so that we're not taking action from past events. We are present with ourselves in this moment, able to make conscious choices in the present moment. The more that we can relax into this, right, into the present moment, into trusting our past experiences, into trusting the ultimate flow of life. They say in the Tao that life is like a river, and some people try to swim upstream, and some people try to cling on to the edges for dear life, holding on. But as soon as we can let go, as soon as we can relax, we can float with the river and float downstream and trust where the river takes us. Because in my experience, when we allow the current of life to carry us instead of our own ideas and thoughts about where we should be, and clinging to things that aren't working and fighting for things that are just not happening. When we trust the river of life, it takes us to places beyond our wildest dreams. Life can dream of things greater than you ever can. And should you just surrender to this trust, you will have a greater life than you ever dreamed. If we can surrender to effortless action and attune ourselves to what our nervous system is telling us, that's a deeper layer, a deeper level than just our thoughts alone. It's listening to our entire experience, not just our body, not just our thoughts, and not just how life around us is working out. If we can attune to what our full system experience is communicating, we can gain so much more access to the flow of life and the ways in which we should be moving, taking effortless action, which is not taking no action, it is taking aligned action with the way that your body and your mind and the universe all at once wants you to flow. When all of these things can become aligned, and when you can tune into how that feels within your system, I think that's when you've really unlocked the way and you've really learned how to flow with the current. So thank you for being here, my friends. If you like the video, please please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. You got